Hi there, McBadass here, and today I'm going to be going over my first Nightmare Cup run. And this is kind of a throwback because it's not the mirror meta. It's like the original Nightmare meta before Gallade and Gardevoir had access to Charm and also Synchronize. So my team here, I felt pretty good about. I felt like it was really balanced. Had two fighters, two darks, and two psychics, and I also felt as though each one of them individually served kind of a different purpose. I didn't actually end up using my Hypno at all, which was fine because it didn't have Shadow Ball. It had Psyshock, which is a good move, but I don't feel like it does as much work as Shadow Ball does. So pretty much just stuck with Xatu for the whole tournament. Shiftry, I feel, was one of my MVPs because I feel like people were really, really unprepared for him. And I also just got really lucky in this tournament specifically. Um, but yeah, beyond that, Polyrath was definitely doing work. I don't have the legacy move on mine. It was just Bubble and Power Up Punch and Ice Punch, but still worked like a charm. Um, but yeah, beyond that, everything else pretty much worked out as expected. If I had to pick MVPs, it'd probably be Shiftry, Xatu, and Polyrath. Um, yeah, so anyway, going into the first round here, up against Walker the Sexton, um, felt pretty good about Polyrath specifically, just because it beats most of this team. Got freaked out with the poison type lead there, which is kind of silly because it has Dark Pulse or whatever that move is. So I definitely could have just stayed in with Shiftry and done really well. Even especially with the acid spray being thrown in there. But just getting charged up on those power up punches. Here comes the psychic type attacker, which my ice punch didn't go off there, which is kind of weird, but it's all right because Shiftry can definitely clean that up. Um, and then we got Muck coming back in here. I figured it was probably just another acid spray, so don't bother shielding. And then Gallade for the final Mon there, which with Confusion, I'm fairly certain still loses to Shiftry because it just soaks up that psychic damage being Dark type. Dark type double resists psychic type damage, by the way. It's part of the reason why Shiftry was so good at taking out the psychic damage users. Because again, just having access to Razor Leaf, stupid amounts of damage. So anyway, going in here up against Blaziken with my Polyrath is a great lead, so I wasn't super worried. Got the Ice Punch off, and then what? I think swap into Shiftry again. Yeah, and I think I didn't shield here, which was dumb of me. I forgot that it has access to close combat. Still won the fight, but like lost all of my health in the process, which I guess is fine because Blaziken counters the crap out of Shiftry anyway. But yeah, coming back in here with Polyrath, getting them power up punches, blocking whatever this is. Yeah, Brave Bird. And then have a power up punch left for the last Pokemon, which is a Tyranitar. One punch! The Polyrath sweep is good stuff. Going in here into round 2 against Lumpyhead. Oh man, we had so many issues in this round. Starting off here against the Xatu is a terrible, terrible matchup against my Toxicroak, so, switch pretty immediately. And then we lag out. So, it's, yeah, just a thing. There was a lot of lag issues in round 2 specifically against Lumpyhead. But I left them in here just for like the sheer entertainment value of it. Because here you'll see I rebooted my game, we get back in here, and then my game immediately just throws me back into the same battle, which I've never seen happen before. I thought that was super bizarre. And then just super weird. So backed out, try again. I think this round actually did go through, Yeah, okay, so the Toxicroak lead into Xatu, doing the same lineup. Swap into... yeah, what is it? Skuntank up against Toxicroak. Not a great matchup, but I'm managing to burn shields. So, you know, I figure I should probably at least see where I can go with this. But just let it go. Not worth a shield to maybe get off a charge move after that. Still, wait. Oh, then yeah, here's the swap glitch, which prevented me from using my charge moves right away. Yeah, let the Xatu go down, because Toxicroak can beat the Skuntank there. And then, yeah, here's just crazy. With no shields left, going for the Sludge Bomb, doing a ton of damage there, then burning my last shield. And there we go. We got a tie. Which is just great considering all the lag that was going on. Yeah, going into the next round, after discussing it with the tournament admin, they said to just keep going until somebody gets 2 wins, so that was our plan. Got that mirror match going on here. But if you look, coming up here, I managed to hot swap into Poliwrath to absorb that crunch damage, which is good stuff. Now, something I didn't realize during this tournament was that Toxicroak resists fighting damage. Like, I forgot that poison resists fighting for some reason. So I was just going to town on the power-up punches, which, I mean, yeah, Ice Punch would have dealt neutral damage, but I was still burning shields and getting the attack boost, so it kind of worked out anyway. Was not able to get to the Ice Punch there, but got Skuntank ready to go with a crunch from earlier on in the match, so good to go there. And with all the shields gone, pretty much GG's. Block that crunch. And then Xatu comes in to just at the top, or Skuntank. We had to start again. And I think, yeah, this is the fun one. There's a glitch in here that I've literally never seen before or since in this round here. So we started off the same leads, Poliwrath against Toxicroak. I'm just going at it, you know, going for those power-up punches because I know I can spam the crap out of those. Yeah, don't block the Mud Bomb here because I don't figure it's going to do that much damage. And I don't know. Poliwrath doesn't have that many positive matchups against Lumpyhead's team, so I wasn't overly concerned about preserving it here. But, you know, getting off those quick spammy power-up punches is always good. Burning them shields is a positive thing to be doing. And here we go. Here is the Xatu.
Go, Xatu!
Oh, man.
Yeah. Go, Xatu!
Yep. Just keep throwing Xatu out.
Go, Xatu!
Just keep doing it over and over again.
Go, Xatu!
No, I can't remember if I tried to swap out or exactly how this plays out.
Go, Xatu! Go,
Other than
Xatu!
just, like, I showed her my screen at this point and was like, you should check this out. Like, there's some weird stuff going on my end of the match.
Go, Xatu!
Which, like, the other bizarre part of it is, like, the match still continued. Like, it didn't lag everything out. It was just, like, continuing to go on, but also I keep throwing my Xatu out over and over again. This is just crazy. I don't remember if we actually managed to finish the match or not, or if it did eventually lag out. I guess we'll find out.
Go, Xatu! Go, Xatu!
My ominous win.
Go, Xatu!
Okay, I think it lagged out at this point.
Go, Xatu!
Forever Xatu.
Go, Xatu!
Or did that count as a win? I think... No, we didn't count that one, because it was obviously, like, all over the place. And I think it prevented her from shielding, also. So, once again, same lead. Getting the Poliwrath versus Toxicroak fight. Just throwing down. spitting out mud bombs and power up punches. And yeah, just going to town, getting that shield, and then we got Xatu coming in. I'm fairly certain this is a mud bomb, or oh, I was wrong. It was a sludge bomb. Should have blocked it. Yeah, that'll hurt. Now we're going in here with the mirror match because the mirror match is still better than Skuntank versus Xatu. Got the flamethrower off there, which is good. Doing much more damage than the not very effective Crunch. And now that Lumpy heads out of shields, Crunch on the Xatu for the win. Moving on past the glitchy nightmare of round 2. Going up next against Edgar Martinez. He was the only person I encountered that was utilizing Spiritomb, so that was a little bit different. But this match was one of the examples I use of people just really not being sure how to deal with Shiftry specifically. And yeah, once we get into the match here, you'll see what I'm talking about. But Shiftry does really well against most of this team. Like Hypno, Alolan, Raichu, and Spiritomb all lose to it really hard. And here's why I was confused, because he switches from Hypno into Spiritomb. And I was just sitting over here like, alright, this is not a better matchup for you, but, you know, do what you gotta do. Just tanking... I probably should have blocked, honestly, because the Hypno is still alive. But also, I know my Xatu can beat Hypno, so wasn't overly concerned. And here I tried to swap, but had to block a Shadow Ball to preserve my my Toxicroak. And then we got the Hypno locked in with the match against Xatu, which has shields, so that is definitely favorable. Able to get a little bit of an energy advantage rolling, and then it is Xatu versus Raichu with no shields, which is great for the Xatu, because that Ominous Wind is just doing work. Taking out the Raichu for round 1. Moving into round 2 against Edgar. Liking how Shiftry performed in that first round, so unless he uses Skuntank or Toxicroak, should be doing pretty well. Yeah, and got the same lead of just soaking up confusion damage and tearing stuff up with Razor Leaf. And again, the swap into Spiritomb, like, I don't get it. We come in with Toxicroak, which is an actual counter for Shiftry, but Xatu coming in to clean up the Toxicroak and also being able to take down the other Psychic type, Hypno. That was one of the reasons why I liked Xatu so much in this tournament, because it was pretty much the only Psychic type other than Shadow Ball Hypno that could take out other Psychics. There they got the boost, and we still got Shiftry to come and mop up this Hypno, so that's pretty much GG's right there. Going on to the final round, I was up against Scarlet. I was really surprised because Scarlet and Poke went up against each other in the third round. I thought that I was going to be going up against Poke in the finals, but she managed to beat him with a full shiny team, no less. Scarlet never ceases to amaze me with her full shiny teams. That stuff is super cool. It's going in here doing work with Ominous Wind on Xatu, blocking that Thunder Punch. I'm fairly certain I can get to another Ominous Wind. Yeah, there we go. So either taking out the Raichu or burning another shield, and then just let the Xatu go. Because I have Shiftry that can definitely handle everything that Raichu can put out. I think I got stuck on the swap glitch there, which is pretty unfortunate, because having that Dark-type move would have been really useful. But I have a shield, and she does not, so I'm able to block the Aerial Ace and take out Xatu with an Ice Punch. So it's pretty Xatu, but can't stand up to an Ice Punch. Xatu is not very tanky. So going into the second round here. Still feeling really good about Shiftry. Feel like the only thing Shiftry really has to worry about on her team is going to be the Houndoom. And I think, if I remember correctly, let's see. Okay, so Houndoom starting off against... Yeah, see, there we go. And then swap into Shiftry. Or, oh, no, I swapped into the wrong Pokemon. I forgot about that. I meant to swap into Shiftry, but I swapped into Xatu instead and was just like, oh, well, I'm not going to waste shields on this matchup. This is a terrible, terrible thing. So, just let the Xatu go, and it was like, either Shiftry can take care of... Shiftry and Poliwrath can take care of the rest of this match, or, you know, we'll go to round 3. And what do you know? Still managed to pull out a win because the Houndoom does not have Fire Fang. So Shiftry goes to town and gets off the Leaf Tornado, which burns the last shield. And then Poliwrath comes in to clean up that Hariyama. Would have been a troublesome match, but we have a shield advantage and Power Up Punch to just go to town. And that is a win. Yeah. It was a fun tournament for sure. Like I said, I feel like more than anything, I got really, really lucky that people just weren't prepared for Shiftry. But, you know, obviously I made like a handful of mistakes in there as well. But, you know, I'm mostly just happy about the fact that I managed to record one of my tournament wins, because the first win that I got was before I started this channel. So, you know, didn't have screen recordings going at that time. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys still, you know, paying attention to what I have going on over here and watching my tournament runs and whatnot. So, you know, let me know how your Nightmare Cup went, or how you feel about those Shiftry plays. That Razor Leaf and Dark Boy is good stuff. Or, you know, how about that Lagpocalypse? At any rate, thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Sangria, for your patronage. You're totally awesome. And, yeah. Hopefully you guys like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I will see you next time.